Hello to all my YouTubers out there. Welcome to this reading. We are going to look at purpose, life purpose, why. No, not necessarily why, but understanding the connection with your twin flame and the purpose you have together. So we have 3 piles here again. So today we have the yellow train here, and we have the blue car, and we have the orange ship. So you can either choose by train, car, or ship, or you can choose yellow, blue, orange. And I will give you a couple of more seconds to choose the pile. Yeah, and we will start. And if you haven't already chosen, then pause the video and press play when you're ready. Yeah, we are going to start with the yellow here. So the train, how far can we put it up? All the way up here actually. So yeah. So we have the rebel here. No, not the rebel, the rescue. I don't know why I was seeing the rebel. But we have the rescuer. Provides strength and support to others in crisis, acts out of love with no expectations or reward. So definitely something positive here about helping others, helping the world cope, especially what's going on right now with the pandemic going on. Strength and support that you together are strong, even though that you may not be physically together. You are a strong couple to guide and support others in this crisis right now. Happiness. I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. So this is from the lessons deck. This is the archetypes. This is from the Soul Journeys lesson cards. And this is from Life Purpose. Protected. You are safe and supported while you change your career. So maybe there is something for a lot of people. Change is happening, especially for those that lost jobs, maybe for those that were already out of a job before the pandemic, and it's giving you the opportunity to be this rescuer. It could actually mean that working in the hospital or the healthcare, something that actually helps save lives. It's also something that I'm picking up on. Maybe you're both in working in the industry or thinking about working, because we have a career change here. Soul teaching, relating, fair, adjudicator, okay. Balance and harmony. Create fairness in all areas of life. The ability to share, both giving and receiving. promote interdependent relationships, master communication and negotiation, see all perspectives. So maybe also I was picking up on mentors, but I didn't want to say it, but I'm really picking up on therapy and mentors also here because of the master communication and negotiation, not necessarily negotiation within the law, but negotiation within couples therapy or something like that, understanding maybe even in the connection, helping others understand the connection. So we have very anxious and uneasy, scared and concerned. This is my new mood deck, the mood cards. So let's see what's on the back. How much time? Ask yourself, how much time in the day do you spend worrying? What specifically are you worried about? How does worrying affect you? Can you do anything about the situation that can help? How do you relax and switch off from your thoughts? So definitely it's something about maybe you are doing a career change from working in some health industry and going into this mentoring therapeutic work instead, because you are worried about people's mental health. You may be working with physical health or in the past working with physical health, but now you are really in the mental health because of this worry. I'm really picking up on that, worried about how people are feeling right now in the pandemic. I'm really picking up on that energy in the present where we are right now in May 2020. That this is something that a lot of people are feeling. Maybe it's not your feeling, maybe you're just picking up other people's feelings. Maybe you are in an empath and you know that it's making you happy to understand and help people with this worry and anxiety. I feel desired from the Find Your Light deck. So definitely something where you know that you are happy when you feel like you're doing things where people want your help. Maybe you're working or have worked in an industry where you weren't appreciated enough. Maybe you are being appreciated, but you're not appreciating the work that you are doing in this, because it's a lot of hard work, a lot of long hours, and you want to be more able to work with the mental health instead. It could also be the other way around, is what I'm hearing, that you have been working in the mental health industry and you just want to do something else. And are thinking about maybe becoming a medic or something like that. Yeah, I think that's it for this pile. Let's move on to group number 2. So group number 2, this is your reading, and you picked, nope, that's not group number 2, this is group number 2, sorry for that. Group number 2, you picked the card here, the blue pile. And let's just take a look at your cards. Goddess, the feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality. And you actually also have a shadow here. We have the lover as a shadow. Obsessive passion that harms others, self-destructive devotion. So maybe you're putting too much energy into a relationship that is not healthy for you. That is what I'm picking up on. So yeah, up there. So we have grief as well here as a soul journey lesson. Grief, I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. Maybe you're supposed to be in this energy here where you're supposed to be this goddess, this feminine energy, not necessarily being feminine, but really being expressing your wisdom, nurture others, being a light force for others, really showing off that feminine side of yourself. But instead you are in this negative energy here where you're obsessed about love, maybe even the idea of love, what love is in the physical sense. And maybe it's because that you have lost a relationship, or a relationship you thought were good for you, maybe not be that a relationship that is representing this goddess energy. Maybe it's covering it up, so this becomes the main energy that you are portraying right now in the connection. You're holding on too tight to maybe not the connection, the twin flame connection, but holding on too tight on someone else is what I'm picking up on. Maybe someone have died, or a relationship had died, just ended, and you're still holding on to it. That is what I'm picking up on with this card here. So, light and love from the Life Purpose Oracle. Your purpose is to bring divine healing, light and love to the world. Exactly. The goddess energy here. Because she is love and light. We even have hearts on, not necessarily on her dress, but falling down over her, maybe even on this card. So yeah, definitely someone that needs to step into the goddess energy and let go of a relationship that died a long time ago. I'm really picking up on holding on to a relationship that is destroying you. Not necessarily destroying the connection, or destroying you, but destroying the opportunities that come in your way right now. So yeah. So we have Taurus energy here, soul lessons, self-worth, my values. Express loyalty and forgiveness, implement personal boundaries, take a baby step approach to life, build self-worth and honor needs, voice personal values, persist, be patient and grateful, enjoy the pleasures of nature. So be grateful for whatever you have learned from this relationship and be in that energy of understanding your own values, and they may have changed. No matter how this relationship ended, your values may have changed from that person you were, because the twin flame journey is about awakening, it's about change, it's about becoming your true self, not letting society dictate how you are supposed to be. So we have heard here as an emotion from the emotion cards. The emotions here can reflect on some of the other cards. And definitely what I was talking about was this hurtful energy here, because we have the hurt. We all feel pain from time to time. Shook up, tearful, and sometimes confused. Even sometimes in the journey, in this twin flame journey, we get confused about certain things, about what is. There is so much information out there that it can become really difficult to understand. Again, what other people think. Like I said, your values, what you are here to learn in your journey. It is not necessarily what other people are writing about how the twin flame journey are supposed to be, because it's different for everyone. And yeah, I feel loved. So this is really an expression of the goddess energy here. These two energies here. I hope you can see the cards. Maybe we'll do this. That is maybe better. Yeah. So definitely the goddess and I feel love energy here is about that nurturing yourself, but also nurturing a connection that needs to be the right connection, that needs to be nurtured, not someone from the past that has hurt you, that has brought you grief, hurt and grief, someone that brings you love and light. Even the twin flame connection can bring that, but you know who I'm talking about with this card, the lover who has hurt you, and that makes you feel like you are unworthy, that makes you feel like different values, hurt, grief even. But we have love and light. I feel loved, and the goddess energy here to support you and your self-worth. So these three cards here in the middle, it's actually quite funny that I did that, but I actually surrounded it with positive energy. Here we have the goddess, my values, I feel loved, and love and light are surrounding with grief, the hurt, and the lover here. in the shadow. So definitely someone in a process of maybe not finding your life purpose, but finding yourself. Finding out your own values and maybe figuring out what they are, figuring out if they have changed. They may have changed. That is what I'm picking up on. That you may have experienced some hurt and changed your view on things, and that made you change your values, but now you are stepping more into yourself, your true self, not letting society tell you how things are supposed to be, not letting other people's ideas and thoughts become your ideas, really understanding your own journey and why this had to happen. Maybe even in the connection, if that is the case for you. Yeah, that is it I have for this group. So we are switching over to group number 3. They're both here. They're orange color. See how, yeah, right up there. So from the archetypes we have storyteller, ability to experience and express life through stories and symbols. And from the soul journey lessons, I learned that worry doesn't change an outcome. Yeah. Maybe you are here to write a book. Maybe that is the next step in your journey here, to write a book, maybe even with your twin flame. Maybe start it and see what happens. If you're not in physical union with your twin flame, then just start out. You can write it together because you're connected, but you can also just start by writing what you want to write and not so much worry about what to say. Just write it down. And forget all about spelling mistakes. Just write. In the beginning, just start writing. Then it will come out what it is that you want to say, what story you want to tell. Heart's desire. From the Life Purpose Oracle here. The angels are supporting, guiding, and protecting you as your dreams become a reality. Maybe you have dreamt about writing this book for a really long time and you're worried about how people will receive it, if you can even get a contract, but don't really worry about that right now. Just write the story, because you're a storyteller. I believe that you can write that, and maybe you will get a lot of no's in the beginning. Maybe you can even publish it yourself. So don't worry, and don't worry how people will receive the story, because there are people that will understand. And when it comes from the heart's desire, then this is a true story. Then it becomes a heartfelt story. People will connect with it. When it's from the heart, people will connect with it through the heart. So we have soul lessons, resources, Scorpio energy. Practice discipline and positive change. Let go of the old to bring in new. Enjoy resources without ownership. Combine assets in partnership. receive support from others, understanding others' desires and motives, take risks that energize, power and control. So this is from the Soul Purpose deck, and from the mood decks, the emotions here, the mood cards, you have anxious, on edge, what's happening. So maybe you are receiving a lot of guidance from your guides and your angels, and just really being overwhelmed by it, because sometimes that is where that is where anxiety comes from. I will read the back. Ask yourself, what are this? Sorry for that. Ask yourself, what are the specific thoughts you are having? Write them down. How much do you believe your thoughts? Is there evidence to support your beliefs? Are there other options or possibilities? So maybe you are going to write a book about anxiety, even writing down about all your emotions, what's happening. Maybe writing poetry, a book on poetry, a lot of poetry. Yeah, that is what I'm picking up on also, because, and maybe even writing something like a sentence down, just writing things down that you're receiving, and it becomes something here that it's overwhelming. But when you start writing it down, then it's not stuck in your energy, in your head, in your thoughts. But really, the storyteller here is here to help you, and your angels and guides are here to help you. I feel balanced. So when you do that, when you do write all that stuff down that is going on, all that overload of energy, all that gives you anxiety, then you become more balanced. And again, when it comes from your heart, when it just flows from the heart, that is what poetry is written from. It's written from a place of heartfelt emotions. Then this anxiety becomes a sign of overwhelming emotions, and you know that you need to write that down. Whenever this is coming up, you need to write down what is going on. Maybe even writing a poetry, a poem. That was the word, a poem. Just writing down a sentence that you are feeling. Or thinking. Just one line of something, and by time it becomes a lot of lines, or a lot of poets, poetry that comes up. Sorry, I'm screwing up the words right now, but I'm trying to explain what I am picking up on, the energy that I'm picking up on, the story that I'm being told through the cards. Yeah. These two energies really also are very similar. When we worry too much, then we get anxious. we start asking what's happening, what's going on. I want to know, again, a lot about control. So yeah, you have a lot of resources. You have a lot of resources here to help you write that book inside of yourself, not necessarily on the outside, but in really you own that resources. You can write that book, write down. That's even just journaling things down, maybe not even thinking about writing a book, but just writing things down when you get anxious and worried. And when it comes from a place of the heart, then people will want to read it. Yeah, that's about it for today. I really hope that you enjoyed this reading. If you do enjoy my readings, you can press the subscribe button. If you like this reading, you can press that like button. And just remember, after you press the subscribe button, to press that bell button to get notifications. Yeah. And what else? I really appreciate when you comment. I love that. And I try to comment back when I see them. Yeah. What else? Yeah, you can share the video with someone else that you think might need this one. Yeah. And until next time. Bye.